Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Adrian here, and I was going to start doing individual readings for you guys, but then something happened, so I won't be able to do that today. But I thought, I wanted to do this all zodiac readings for twin flame energy a little while ago already, and I didn't get to it, so I thought let me do that for you today. So I hope that that's okay. Before we do anything, let's connect in our heart space. Let's place our hands on our heart and let's take a nice gentle breathe into our lungs. And let's just fill ourselves with breath. And just place your hand on your heart and just feel your own heart for a moment. Feel the essence of life, the essence of who you are. Okay? And then open your eyes and remember these readings are general, so take what resonates with you, and what doesn't resonate with you, just let those go. I'm using 3 oracle decks for today. So the way that we're going to do it, so if you're obviously looking at this right now, then it's then there won't be timestamps, but I'll put in timestamps afterwards. So I'm going to go all around the zodiac wheel, starting at Aries, ending at Pisces. I'm going to use 3 different decks, even though it's a twin flame reading. What is this called? What is it called? Let's see. Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. So Sacred Traveler, and then Angel Answers, as well as Sacred Destiny. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 questions in this reading. And these could be pertaining to love itself or everything else that you feel is impacting love for you. Okay, try to ask open-ended questions, because with oracle cards it's usually better to ask open-ended questions as opposed to very sort of yes no sort of questions, or the sort of question where we want a specific answer, because that is not really guidance, that is more energy manipulation. Doesn't always go roll over that well. So what I would like to recommend to you, if you like, you can look at this reading, you can look at just your zodiac sign, which is your sun sign, which is not all of who you are. You can also look at your moon, which is your emotions. You can look at your Venus, which is love and finance. You can maybe look at Mars, how maybe there's some fights and like those things going on at the moment, and Mars is a good one to look at. And if you don't know where those placements of yours are, there's a link down below in the description that says free natal chart, and you actually can tap on there and you get quite a lot of information about your placements. It's really, really helpful. Also, if you are interested in reading oracle cards, I created yesterday and uploaded a free oracle card reading course for you. It's not costing you 1 cent. You've got lifetime access. So if you're interested in that, you maybe want to start with oracle cards. A lot of my personal clients, have been mentioning, especially now, that they want to get oracle cards. They want to have that sort of guidance. They want to know how that feels. And this is giving you that guide. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start right away for you. I hope that you're doing good. I hope that you're doing good. Alrighty, I'm going to start doing you guys's, I'm going to do your weekly readings as soon as I can. Okay, tomorrow I've got a regression hypnosis client, so it won't be tomorrow. I possibly have one the day after tomorrow as well. So I'll see, maybe I'll do them in the night time. So instead of doing them all at the same time, maybe I'll do like 3 a day or 4 a day. But you know me, I want to give you a reading every week. For those of you that heard that kaboom going off there at the back, I live in Cape Town in South Africa, and at 12 o'clock every day there's a cannon that goes off on the mountain, not Table Mountain, Signal Hill, which it's sort of like this, like Table Mountain's over there, and then Signal Hill's a little bit to there, because I know when you sort of look on television in those places, you just see like the one mountain, but obviously there's more than just the one mountain. And Signal Hill used to be back in the day, way back in the day, when the supply ships would come into the harbor, it would let the other farmers and all those people know that the traders, that the ships are in the harbor. So from there it comes. Okay, all right. So we're going to start with Aries. Aries, you have got watching clouds, lie back and relax. Okay, so Aries, maybe when it comes to love, you have sort of, kind of going at it, kind of like a Boeing, you've put a lot into everything, but it feels almost like you're kind of wearing yourself a little thin here, so maybe it's time to take a bit of a breather and to relax back and to allow life to sort of flow for you as opposed to you trying to make life flow in a certain way. I feel that for a lot of you Aries, you might be having trouble in the department of romance because you might be trying to micromanage things. You know, you want it to go a certain way, maybe you have a certain picture in your mind for how you'd like things to go. And whilst there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, affirmation that I like to use is either this or better. You know, so that sort of gives the universe that leeway that if there is a better opportunity available for you, that you actually open for that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is where you're going to get the opportunity to ask 3 questions. And as I said, you know, keep them open-ended. Try not to, and this is also the thing that's really, really important, that when we try to control the energy like this, and this is why it's not a good idea for tarot readers to actually read readings for themselves because you're biased and you've got an effect on the energy. If you're not open and you want the energy to tell you that specifically, it's going to tell you that. That's why it's important to be open. Okay. So first question, it says within the next few months. Second question, you've got a very big yes over there. And third question, it says forgiveness. Okay. Let's get you one more card for you Aries for Twin Flame Love. So it seems like for some of you, you might be in a beautiful connection with someone that's absolutely amazing and absolutely incredible and definitely divine and, you know, destined, and this could be a beautiful soulmate connection. But it seems like there's some cleaning up work that still needs to be done here. So the universe is saying to you, yes, that's the right person, that's the right one. Because I get a sense that some of you might feel almost like somebody might be slipping away from you, a connection might be slipping away from you. So it's not really that somebody's slipping away from you, Aries. This is more a sense that I feel there's still some, let's call it maintenance work, you know, that needs to be done here. And I feel that for you, you're still holding on to certain things that now let's not go past the fact that I can see that you've already done a lot of work. You know, I can definitely see that. And I can see that you've come a very, very long way, but you're not completely at the end just yet. And there you got it, Aries. Focus, okay? So I feel that for some of you, and this is what I'm getting quite strongly for you, Aries, for some of you, it's almost like there's a fear that maybe a connection may not work out. And so it's almost like you're giving yourself anxiety over that and you're trying to shine even brighter. But I feel that not just on your side, maybe on the other person's side as well, there's still some things that need to be done here. There's still some work that needs to be done. So this is definitely not a done deal, even if it seems that way. But I feel this is a time, it's almost like there's some inner balance areas that you still need to get within yourself, and you want to do that, all right? Now, let's see what we got for Taurus. Taurus, you've got impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. So, Taurus, the question that you want to ask yourself here is, are you trying to say something that you are probably best letting go of? And it doesn't mean that you are wrong, it doesn't mean that the other person is wrong. You know, there's just that space in life sometimes. You know, when they say that some people come into your life for, you know, for like a reason or like a season, you know, or sometimes they just come to teach you a lesson. I feel that for you, Taurus, it's like there's a sense of movement. So you might have moved or might have made some movements or something like that. But it's almost like emotionally, energetically, you're still holding on to something. You're still holding on to a situation. You might still be holding on to a person, hoping that something might work. I feel, Taurus, that for some of you, you may have actually sort of gone a distance or done something, hoping that it will make the other person sort of like, you know, step up to the plate, that sort of thing. And I feel almost like the other person's just like, oh well, in a very kind way, but you know, oh well, I suppose that ship has sailed, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Okay. So you might want to open yourself to the idea that it might be time to take a different direction. Let's look at your 3 questions. Remember to keep your questions open-ended. Aries also got this one for a first one. It said within the next few weeks, or did Aries say the next few months? I can't remember. Sorry. So within the next few weeks for you, Taurus, there's a change that's coming about here for you. Very respectfully, I feel that some of you have taken a certain direction, which may have seemed perfect and wonderful and everything. And it's almost like you might get to a point where you realize that maybe this was not the best choice for me. It happens to all of us, you know. Um, you can ask for a sign of confirmation and success. So I feel that for some of you, Taurus, you may have moved away from someone, situation, connection, but it's almost like, sometimes you realize like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, which is perfectly fine. As I said, we all do that. But you might want to consider that maybe you need to be open to a different sort of plan over here. Okay. For your greatest interest. I do sense that if for those of you that have moved, if you do stay where you are, eventually things will even out again. But it almost feels like unnecessary trouble that you might be putting on yourself over there. Inner peace. That's what it says. Can't make it up. So Taurus, your focus should be on inner peace. Remember, and this is the very important thing that I always like to remind everybody of, when it comes to twin flame love, twin flame connection, soulmate connection, all those type of things, it's when you yourself is in the flow of that energy where the connection can happen. As long as we look at other people, are they coming, are they going, are they going to give me a chance, are they not going to give me a chance? As long as we do that, we still take our energy like this and you sort of like plump, put it in somebody else's hands, and we hope and wish that, that they're going to deem us sort of worthy enough and good enough to be with us, and of course, as Selena Gomez says, the heart wants what it wants. But I know this might sound a little bit judgy. Know that I say it with all love in my heart, but at the end of the day, you don't want to disrespect yourself for a connection that you want to have, because even if you get the connection, is it even you? You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, Gemini, look at you being all wild and crazy. Let me get your car. So Gemini, this is right up your alley. Far away places. Get ready for new horizons. If it's your first time on my channel, you will know when a card flies right off the table. It's quite a powerful message. Gemini, I feel that for many of you, it's like if other people looked at your life, and if you kind of objectively look at your life. So say, for example, you sort of like project yourself outwards and you look at your life. It appears that there's a lot of success happening over there, wonderful things happening over there. But for some of you, you could have felt a little bit lost in your own life. You could have felt a little bit like, that sort of thing. But there's beautiful, let's call it energetic portals that have been opened for you, gateways that have been opened for you, Gemini, where you can now walk through. And this is actually really, really beautiful. So you may actually find love that might take you to a different space, to a different home. There might be some long journeys involved here for you, Gemini. That sort of... and this is the thing that a lot of people don't get about Geminis. You might be very interested and very excited, and you like to do new things and you like adventures, but you also like that sense of inner peace within yourself. And this is what this journey is giving you. And so you're somehow on a journey that's got to do with love. So, this could be, obviously somebody moving towards you, but I feel this is more you, whether it's a far distance or not that far away. There's a sense of like, it's almost like a gap in your mind where you get to be able to breathe. Okay, and that is actually really, really fantastic. That's coming there for you. But there is definite travel here for a lot of you. It could even be that somebody with a different sort of view of life, or from a different place or city or country, is making a connection with you, and they sort of broaden your horizons. All of that is possible, but I still feel that you are making some moves here, okay? Some physical moves which are really going to be great for you. Let's give me your 3 questions. Remember to keep them open-ended. I can't believe this. This is the... So for Aries, we're in within the next few months. For Taurus, within the next few weeks. And for Gemini, for you again, we've got within the next few months. All right. So there's a shift that is taking place here for you in a very positive direction. In a sense, it's almost like your energy is calling you. So like your person is energetically, you're calling one another. So you're being drawn to one another. So there might be a journey taking place over here, and it can be unexpected. It can have something to do with work or all those type of things, family suddenly moving. But you're making a move here, but it's actually the energy that is drawing to one another. It says communicate clearly. All right. Communicate clearly to others, but also communicate clearly to yourself. What is it that you want to have? Let's say, for example, so I'm 39 and a half at the moment. And, so let's say I really, really want love in my life. But I say to everybody, oh, I don't really need love. I'm okay. I don't need anybody. The universe is always listening to you. All right, so communicate what it is that you want clearly, at least to the universe, and look for affirmative signs. Signs will pop up if you are open to that. All right, let's see what we've got for you, Gemini, in the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So you're definitely on a journey here, and you're on a journey towards love. And, don't change that inner verbiage. If you feel that you are lonely, it's okay to be lonely. If you feel you want to be with someone, it's okay to want to be with someone. Wonders are coming about for you. Wonderful things are coming about for you, Gemini. You've got a lot of really great things to look forward to. How amazing is that? I really, really love that. So much for you. Alrighty. Who's next? Cancer. Ooh, the ones who love. Let's see. It's no judgment. I'm a Cancer as well. Let's see. And the reason why I say that it's so good to know your chart, because you get certain things, like, for example, I'm a Cancer with a Aquarius moon. I'm like, there is that moon coming out there again. So that is where that stubbornness is coming from, and I can be stubborn. All right. Oops. Okay, those are too many cards. Cancer energy, relax. Let's see what we've got for Cancer. Cancer, begin now. Take your first step. Do not be afraid to love. Okay? And when we say begin now, even if you don't have somebody in your life at the moment, Cancer, be open to the idea to be with someone. Be open to the idea that your life can be very different, that love can flow into your life, that it can be easy, that it can be effortless. Begin now to sort of put out there to life what it is that you'd like to have. And when it comes to what it is that you'd like to have in love, once you've got that clarity, and this is a little bit of a challenging part sometimes, then it's time to look around at your life and to see, well, who's not fully supporting that? Who's not fully supporting your greatest good at the moment for what it is that you want to have. And that sometimes means that we have to let go of certain people, friends, family members. Oopsie. Okay. So I suppose those would be the cards for your questions, since they're the ones that went flying. So remember, 3 questions, open-ended. Let's see. So, look at this. First one, perfect timing. Time for love. Now, this is what I feel for a lot of you Cancers, especially if you're not with someone at the moment. First of all, what I'm getting is, for some of you, it's time to let go. It's time to let somebody go. It's time. You know what you know I'm talking to you. You know who you are. It's time to let go. Okay? For others of you, and this is the one I'm getting even stronger, it's time to open your heart. It's time to trust, A lot of times in life, we want love, we want beautiful things, but as Cancer, you can be very sort of cautious with your heart sometimes, so you don't want to set yourself up for disappointment. But this is speaking about, the time is perfectly right, everything is perfectly set up, I feel, for you, Cancer, but you have to open your heart to that. And when you open your heart, you might have some unlikely things coming to you, so, and also pay attention to what happens. Suddenly, a certain person maybe want to come and visit you, want to say hi, want to have coffee, whatever, chatting to you, texting, whatever. Maybe there's something there. I'm not saying place your full heart in it, but, maybe there's something there. Open yourself to that idea. I mean, look at that. It says begin now. Perfect timing. But some of you are being held back by fear. Choose a new direction. So open yourself to the idea that things can be in a different way. Because some of you are being run by fear here. And this is the thing about fear. When you feel fear, nervousness, anxiety, whatever, all the same thing really. This is where you are. It's your brain looking at something in the past. It's your life or somebody else's life. What happened over there? How does that relate to you? To your situation. And then it thinks about an outcome that it's going to have in the future. And then it sort of like rattles up your current space. And because it rattles up your current space, your future is actually created from your current space. But because you've got a set idea of what the current space is going to be, you manifest that. Within the next few months, I feel some of you are getting married. Like it just kind of came to me so strongly. Let's see what we have for you in Sacred Destiny. Miracles. Some of you, I feel you're being rattled because it's almost like you feel that perfect love is coming your way. But And I feel that for many of you, you've got an idea of who it is. You think that something is growing over here and you don't want to trust and believe it just yet. Because it almost sort of feels like that person is kind of like out of your league, you know. Again, there is fear. Because let me tell you something for a fact. I have been, obviously in my profession, you know, I meet a lot of people, but I also used to work in hospitality for many, many reasons. And I saw a lot of these sort of A-list celebrities and those sort of people in person. And the thing that struck me the most is that when you see people in person, they are really just people. You know, they're the same length as everybody else. They also have wrinkles. Sometimes their clothes are creased. Whatever, like normal stuff, you know. People are just people at the end of the day. And in essence, when we sometimes have the thing of like, oh, maybe I'm sort of out of your league, it is a way of self-sabotage, actually. Okay? Which you don't need to do because there's miracles coming here for love. Let's see what we got for Leo. Leo, vast vistas, expand your horizons. Leos, it's time to shine. It's time to shine. I feel that for some of you, you're either in a relationship or may have been in relationships, or could be in a space where you're not getting into one. Okay, let me try first two. In a relationship. So I feel that for some of you, you feel stuck in your relationship. Some of you are in a space where you have settled, where you knew that it was time to leave ages ago, or you know it's time to leave now already, but you kind of want to hold on to things. For some of you others, you are not in a relationship and you're in a space where you almost feel, it's a little bit contradictory to what we had for Cancer just now, but you kind of feel that nobody really sort of meet the standards of what you would like to have in a relationship. Think bigger. Allow yourself to dream bigger. Allow yourself to be open to the idea that if you open your mind to the possibility that maybe you can be with a different sort of connection and not somebody that's higher or better than others, but somebody that's a much better match for you. I feel that for you, Leo, it's almost like there's a beautiful connection here that's available for you. For some of you, this connection might have been available for quite a while, but it's almost like you're afraid to sort of delve into this connection for some reason, you know? There's a lot of fear coming up. Oh, isn't Mercury in retrograde? I think it is. I haven't checked those out. Could be. But it's time to move past your fear, Leo, because it's I feel that for some of you in a space where you're feeling trapped, and this could be actually flowing into other areas of your life as well. But you're the one that's keeping yourself trapped over there. It's almost like a protection sort of mechanism device fight that you've gone over here, but I feel that you're coming out of that because you're tired of it. Okay, let's see what we've got for you for your 3 open-ended questions. All right, so they say improving health, so there's a better sense of well-being, there's a better sense of I feel there's an inner balance that's taking place inside of you, Leo, where for a lot of the other energies that I read already, their guidance was that they should be open to the idea that what they want can come to them, that they shouldn't like sort of be afraid to love. I feel that you are not, which is wonderful. You know, no need to worry. The person that you need is coming to you and get more information. And, you know, look around for signs. Look around for what life is telling you, you know. I feel that for some of you now I don't want to be the one who messes up anybody's connections over here, but I feel that for some of you it's almost like there's a quickness to almost want to settle, but there might be a little bit of fear in there. Okay, let's see what we got for you. New beginnings. Now listen, Leo, this is now no way that you can deny it anymore. There's a beautiful new beginning available for you here in love. Be open to the idea that love can actually surprise you in ways that just takes your breath away. Okay. Let's see what we got for Virgo. Virgo, how you doing? Virgo, traveling lightly, simplify your life. Virgo, do not overthink it. Okay. I feel that for some of you, you've been carrying a lot of baggage with you for a while, and maybe for some of you that could have either caused problems in your relationships or may have directly caused for you to either lose your relationship or not have a relationship at all. You know, I feel that for many of you were in a space that your life was sort of like trippy, it was all over the place. And there's a space of, I feel for many of you having actually recently released a lot of emotional baggage, or in the space of releasing a lot of emotional baggage, there might be a lot of sort of personal discernment happening for you in your life over here, Virgo. And I feel that some of you, there might be some feelings of guilt here, because I feel that some of you are stepping away from a lot of this sort of emotional baggage that a lot of others may have placed on you, and, you know, sort of maybe adversely you took some of that on yourself. But now you're releasing that, you're sort of getting more into you, into your Eunice. And everybody might not exactly be, you know, throwing a tea party about that. Everybody's not necessarily happy about that. So there is a little bit of that sort of challenge. You know what, Virgo? There's a rule that I live by, and I've been living by this for many, many years, and it works really, really well for me. I will say yes to anything in this world as long as I don't say no to myself. Okay, because when we say no to ourselves, it becomes a snowball effect, and it's a bad one. It's those ones that end up in avalanches. Okay, so also try not to overthink it, Virgo. I feel that for some of you, there's a space here that maybe at some point you said to someone, listen, we can't be together. I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way. I feel that you lied. Now, lying is not very much a Virgo thing, but it's almost like at the time you just couldn't see it happening. But now I feel it's almost like there's a reconnection of that energy taking place, and so it's kind of got you all senses of nervous. I feel that what you want to do is you want to get a settling balance in your energy. So get some sleep. You know, go take a walk, play with your cat, whatever. You know, if you don't have a cat and you like cats, look at funny cat videos on YouTube, that sort of thing. But because what I feel is happening over here for many of you, Virgo, this is a sense where you're making that reconnection with someone, but you may also, by thinking so much about it, you are actually placing space between what you've in a sense manifested for yourself. So this is a space where you sometimes manifest something, and when it starts to happen, all those alarm bells start to go off. They don't need to be going off in the first place, and then you unmanifest what you actually manifested. Okay, now okay, I didn't know that. So you've got 4 cards for your open-ended question. This one is going to answer your first question. In the near future, and then it says helpful people. So I feel that your life is doing a bit of a 360 here, Virgo, and you probably don't appreciate this, but I feel that for a lot of you in a year from now, your life will be very, very different. For some of you, it's almost like you gave up on love and you thought it's never going to happen. Well, it's coming about, and yes, it's coming about for you, Virgo. All right. Love is on the way, on wings of angels. I know it's true. Let's see what we've got for you. Trust. Know that it's coming. Okay? Trust. Have faith. And you know what, Virgo? You've got such beautiful things to give. You've got such a beautiful heart. You've got such beautiful energy to give. Trust that the person, the right person, and the right sort of support structure with that person, friends, family, that sort of vibe, you know, colleagues, whatever, is going to come around. For some reason it says rodeo buddies, so maybe that means something to some of you, rodeo buddies, even though it doesn't feel very Texan, so I don't know, you know. But this is a good flow. I like that. Don't be afraid to love. Libra, let's see what we got for you. Libra, you've got grounding, go deep and explore your roots. Libra, I've been getting this in some of your readings as well. It's like some of you are, you're sort of like all over the place. You know, you're sort of like here, there. And being happy helpers, which is beautiful because you are wonderful at helping people reach their greatest potential. But I feel there's a deeper sense of peace that's being called here for you, Libra. It's almost like also somebody might be noticing you and they might want to be with you. But, you know, for some of you, Libra, I feel that you might be so all over the place sort of thing that I see you having inner peace. I do see that. I do see you having wonderful wisdom. I see you being able to help so many people. But I see you appearing sort of scattered all over the place. And because you appear sort of scattered, there's someone here that actually want to reach out to you. and that want to make that connection with love with you, and they want to have that sort of conversation with you, but it's almost like they're like, well, I'd like to, but I don't know if they are open for that. Maybe I'm just going to inconvenience their life. So this is a space where, now I'm not saying that you should change who you are. What I'm saying is, Libra, open your mind to the idea that you are not too busy for love, because I feel that is the message that for a lot of you your energy is sending out. And if a lot of times we get people and they're like scattering about and they're like, I'm too busy for this, I'm too busy for that. If you're going to keep on telling yourself that you are too busy for love, then you're not going to get it, because that is what your energy is going to communicate. And remember that 95% of our communication happens on a subconscious level. It happens through those tiny little body twitches and things that we don't notice with the eye, and it happens through sort of like our body sense, like different hormones we sort of like secrete, and then our body gives like a different scent type of thing. So you're communicating a lot through your energy, and you're communicating to someone that you just don't have time for love right now. And you may want to change that sort of, you want to probably change that message. All right, so let's see. Remember 3 open-ended questions for you. Big happy changes. So as soon as you can, and it doesn't mean that you have to stop what you're doing. Just open yourself to the idea that maybe love can fit perfectly into your life. Like a puzzle piece. Say you've got a puzzle piece of like, let's make it really crazy, like 5,000 pieces. That one piece is going to fit in perfectly and it's going to complete the puzzle for you. Think of love like that. Think of that connection like that. It's not going to disrupt anything. It's going to complete it and make it better. Within the next few weeks, there's a fast escalation here for you, and in the near future. I do get a little bit of a warning here, Libra, that you might have a space where somebody is actually considering maybe stepping away from you because they think that it's never going to happen. It might be an unlikely person that you wouldn't necessarily consider having a connection with, but it's not a bad. It's not a bad. In actual fact, it's quite a good connection. Okay, let's see what we got for you. Simplicity. The angels want to help you. All right. Keep it simple, Libra. Try not to overthink it. Try not to over sort of dissect it, Try to keep it simple. See what you got for Scorpio. I like where your energy was going, Scorpio, in the last couple of weeks, because I know sometimes, especially, I remember sort of like quite a large chunk of, late last year and even earlier this year, things were kind of like, really crappy for you. This is the same card that Virgo got, so maybe you're dealing with a Virgo, you've got strong Virgo in your chart, Scorpio, but it says traveling lightly, simplify your life. Try to do a mental sort of spring cleaning. I feel for some of you, your mind's going like this. It almost seems like you're some rocket that's going to take off into space, like a Yoda type of vibe. Scorpio, try not to overthink things. There's also a question here for you, because I feel that for some of you, what I do like very much is that I feel that you've released energy that was holding you back, energy of people that were holding you back, that sort of thing. But, what I do like very, very much is that I feel that you sort of release that, but there might be a sense of fear still here. There might be a sense of holding on here. There might be a sense of what are they thinking, that sort of thing. Let that go. All right, Scorpio, 3 open-ended questions. There's a big no for you. There's a divine path. I feel that some of you are trying to hit something that is not really for you. Okay. Maybe there's a better path available for you, and a year from now things can be very, very different. Let's see what we've got for you in Scorpio. Solitude. All right. Okay, let's see what we've got. So next we've got Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius, I'm going to have to apologize. I'm going to have to do your reading a little bit faster because I made a pre-commitment and I actually need to go to that. But let's see what we've got for you. Navigation by the stars. Follow your bliss. All right. Life is trying to direct you in a certain direction. This is like a spiritual awakening that's happening here for you, Sagittarius. It's like you've got a broader sense of understanding about life and how it's going and how it's flowing for you. This is literally one of those, like if you walk in the middle of the night and there's sort of like glow in the dark, sort of shiny pebbles laying on the ground, just follow the pebbles. Okay, life is trying to lead you in a very positive direction here. It's almost like the path to your perfect soulmate is being laid out for you perfectly. You just need to follow the path and trust the path. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. Remember, open-ended questions, helpful people, so there's helpful resources that are coming in for you. Take action. Don't be afraid to speak up for how it is that you are feeling, and wait. Don't try to rush across. If you're not sure about connection, if you're not sure about a person, and you're like, I don't know, give it a moment, give it a rest. Let's see what happens. Okay, and then let's see what we've got for your guidance. Solitude. Take some time to find out what it is that you really, 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 really want to have, Sagittarius, because I feel for some of you now. I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it feels that for some of you, you've been a little bit frisky in the crowd. Nothing wrong with that, but it almost feels like, maybe you didn't mean to get too serious, but because you're obviously this wonderful, awesome person, a lot of people might have started being serious with you. It's sort of time to get clarity on what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want, which might mean releasing certain people. There might be some tears involved here for you. I feel that somebody sort of set their heart on you, and maybe you were not that into it, but that energy needs to be released. I wish I could give you better news than that. Sorry. All right, Capricorn. So Capricorn, as I just said to Sagittarius, I've got a pre-commitment that I need to go to, so I do apologize if your reading is a little bit shorter than everybody else's. There's a passage there. Trust that there's a divine plan. Okay, now Capricorn, for you, this is a very turning time. This is a very challenging time, I feel, for many of you, for the collective in general. And for some of you, I feel that you either stepped away from a connection or connection stepped away from you. That's that sort of vibe that took place. I feel that it was, I feel that for some of you, it might be that you were holding on to a connection that wasn't really so much the connection for you going forward. There's a sense that you maybe needed to, like sometimes we learn a lesson with someone and it's time to let it go, but then it's difficult for us to let it go. And I feel that for some of you were in that sense, and I feel there's quite a bit of confusion over there. What I normally do is when I don't know what to do, I like to follow the advice that Oprah Winfrey gives. Just take the next logical step. Okay. Because there's big happy changes that are coming for you. Sorry, this is your 3 questions. Big happy changes. Second one, meditation brings answers. Go within. Get that quiet space within. Okay. Abundance is coming. Abundance of love, abundance of beauty, abundance of joy. So you may feel for some of you that your life is falling apart at the moment, but you're actually being redirected in a very positive direction. Okay? And you're being redirected to the love that is for you, thriving. Okay? So some of you, your heart might be broken at the moment, but in essence, you are being led in a very, very positive direction. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, just as I said to Sagittarius and Capricorn, I do have a pre-commitment that I need to go to. I do apologize. So your reading might be just a little shorter than everybody else's. When I say shorter, not rushed. Okay. Oh, this one keeps on coming out. This one came out for Virgo. And I can't remember who the other one was that it came out for as well. I think it was for Scorpio. But vast vistas, expand your horizons. Aquarius, the time for playing it small has officially come to an end. I know I sound like I'm wild like now, but it's like the time, Aquarius, to really play it small has come to an end. For some of you, there might have been a bit of a savior mentality that was going on here, which could have led to quite a lot of really sort of sucky relationships, even with family and with friends. But I feel it's almost like you broke away from some certain sort of energy, Aquarius, which wasn't serving you in a positive way. And now it's a time for you to shine. I feel that for some of you, there is sort of like a little bit of almost like a fear, like a concern, like you don't want to shine too bright. What are other people going to think and that sort of thing? This is a good flow for you, Aquarius. Life is calling you here for a higher purpose. I feel that it's almost like in your personal life, you are being called almost like to up your sort of game, up your level sort of thing. But it's because you are being called to the divine partner for you, and you were born to shine. And because you were born to shine, you are now called stronger than ever to shine in whatever you do, even if it's just writing a note down on a piece of paper with a pen, because somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you, and you wanna, it's almost like they're looking at you like, can they do it? Do they got what it takes? That sort of eye. And you do. And it's time for you to open yourself to that. In essence, it's time to shine. Okay. Your 3 open-ended questions, Aquarius. Helpful people, number 1. So you're not alone. Number 2, ask for help from others. So help is available. You don't have to do, look at me shaking the camera. You don't have to do everything on your own. And within the next few weeks, I feel this is a very quick sort of like, this is a very fast sort of escalating connection that you might be dealing with your Aquarius. Not really because anybody's in a hurry or anything like that. It's just because you are ready and they are ready. So you are being drawn to each other like, powerful electronic magnets. Solitude. Double up on that meditation. Okay? Quiet time. Double up on you time. Because I feel that the connection that you're going into is somebody that wants you to be you. All right. Pisces, last one. Let's see what we got for you, Pisces. Ooh, they say this one. Okay, let's see. Oops, here. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Okay. Pisces, I feel for some of you, it's important to, it's almost like you're feeling very overwhelmed at the moment, especially by life, and that filters into love, and it could filter into your, the people that you're dealing with. Focus on what actually works for you. Focus on the good times that maybe you had with someone. Focus on the good times that you have with someone else. There's a sense of loneliness for some of you. What I would recommend in order to get your energy to flow in the direction that you'd like it to flow so you can make the connection that you'd like to make, focus on all the things in your life that were good, not even just love. When you loved your plants, your dog, your cat, your fish, your cousins, your like whatever, the color red, flying kites, all that sort of things. Because it's, and this is what I get, Pisces. It's almost like this is love for you. If you imagine this is a river flowing, this is love for you, and this is you, and this is your love, and you're supposed to get onto this boat, this raft, this whatever, but it's like you're very preoccupied in your mind, and you're not paying attention to the good that life is giving you, so it's passing you by. So for those of you that are looking for love, be open to it coming to you. Actually sort of expect it. I also feel that for some of you, there's somebody packing up their bags and they're walking out the door. Do you really want that person to walk out the door? Because pride is playing a strong factor over here. Okay? Your 3 open-ended questions. Let go. Don't hold on to what doesn't work for you and what doesn't honor your greatest good. Take action. All right? Be open to the idea that things can come to you. And speak to the universe, speak things into fruition, choose a new direction. Some of you, you're on a little bit of a self-destructive path here with love, and I feel that you might be saying, no, I'm honoring the highest good, and I'm standing in my power. Not really. Okay? Now, let's see what we've got for you. And solitude again, a couple of Zodiac energies got this already. This is literally a space where I'm going to recommend to you what the Bible says. Go into your room, close your door, and speak to God. Speak to Source. Speak to the universe. All right. So that's what I got for all of you. I hope that it helps. I will see you soon for your individual readings. From my heart, namaste, love and light.